Welcome to Ag Shorts. I'm Kalen. He's Brandon. We're the Hashknife crew on the Hashknife channel from the Hashknife Ranch in Montana. This one is pasture types. We've talked about it before in one of our longer segments. There's difference between summer pasture and winter pasture and your calving pasture. So why are there so many pastures, Dad? What's the difference? Like, what do you use them for? And explain kind of why we say different types of pastures like that.
Well, wish there were more,
Yeah,
obviously
always.
too, but yeah, we we have different areas. Like the summer pasture is a pasture that's furthest away, and that's actually a lease pasture. We lease that from someone who is the owner, and have an agreement with them, and we just do our thing with them. Um, the difference between it and say the calving pasture is not a lot of difference to it. The calving pasture is next to our winter pasture where we have our cows and calves, or cows and replacements, I should really say, in through the winter, where we do all our feeding right close to the house. And it's basically this on the same section as the calving pasture, and it's just separated by a fence. Grass is improved grass on the winter pasture so that we can hold those cattle, um, just a lot better grazing if you have some open country in the wintertime. The calving pasture is the same, like I said, the same section. It's just a fence that runs through it, separates it, and that's all native grass, mostly native grass. But it's just a proximity. It's just a little bit smaller pasture, about a third or fourth of the size of the winter pasture. But it just makes it easier to calve in there. Cows are a little more confined. They still have plenty of room to move. We feed in there, but I can ride through there with a horse and check calves and cows a lot faster than in the big winter pasture. But so part of it is just proximity. Part of it is the type of grass. I wish we had some pasture with a pivot on it for some hay. We've talked about that, but it's about the utility of it versus proximity, versus whether or not the cattle can graze it more efficiently, or we have to feed more hay in the wintertime because of the different type of grass. That improved grass really makes a difference on these cows for us in the wintertime, because we don't typically have snow for 150 days. We have snow for 2 weeks, melts off, blows off, or gets some areas that are exposed and then snows again, that kind of stuff. So we're not like in the upper Midwest where those folks get deep snow for a long time,
And it stays
and it
there.
just doesn't. Yeah, it stays there, doesn't go away. So we're able to use some of that grass up and support our cows. So it's just a matter of putting those cows where we'll do the best good for them at the right time, and then for us for convenience.
All right, with that is different pastures and pasture types on the ranch.